Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news for the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now let's talk a little heavyweights. You know, you got the three champs fighting everybody else. Then you got the ones that's right behind them champs that we know, are pretty good. The Luis Ortiz of the world, the Joseph Parks of the world, the Dillian Whytes of the world, the Jarrell Millers of the world, stuff like that. Hey, they're not far off those top three. And especially when them top three not fighting, then, we could be talking about other stuff, right? Didn't even mention Alexander Usyk and Michael Hunter. The cruiserweights is coming up, going to make some noise. But anyway, Dillian Whyte said something very, very interesting. He's in the news talking because he don't have an opponent, right? Now, I'm going to tell you some of the stuff he was saying, right? Some of the stuff he was saying. One, he said he's been trying to get Tyson Fury for ages, right? Tyson Fury knows he's been trying to get Tyson Fury for ages. We heard him complaining about Manuel Char not taking a fight with him, right? Right? So what do you complain about that? Well, Manuel Char know he can't deal with you, so he's going to act like he can and don't say nothing to nobody. That's not really big news. I don't even think it should have been news. But here is huge news for you guys. Dillian Whyte said he offered to fight to Luis the Real King Kong Ortiz 3 times. Ortiz didn't want it. One of the times, it was even 2 million pounds. You do the math on how many dollars that is. Close to $3 million, right? And he made it a point to say, hey, he only made $500,000 fighting Deontay Wilder. I was going to give him 2 million pounds. So let's say about $3 million, right? Now, me personally, I'm not going to act like, you guys know I'm objective, but I'm not going to act like I believe that. Because I don't, right? From the actions of Dillian Whyte when it comes to Luis the Real King Kong Ortiz. If this was true, and now this was an English article, a British article, Dillian Whyte over there, I'm guaranteeing you this from what I've seen from both of these guys. Luis Ortiz, if he sees this article, and if he sees that he said he offered 2 million pounds, watch what happens. The answer is imminent, like always. Just like when last year, when Dillian Whyte said, well, I wanted to fight Luis the Real King Kong Ortiz in July. He didn't want to fight me. Ortiz heard that and said, hey, I have an opponent for this. I have an appointment for December the 1st. We could fight on Deontay Wilder's undercard, which was perfect because Deontay Wilder is the guy that Dillian Whyte keeps saying he wants. And Deontay Wilder said, if you fight Ortiz, you get me no matter what WBC said. He didn't take the December 1st bout, saying that he already has a date for December the 22nd, in England. So Ortiz, with all that exposure, December 1st tells him, look, okay, cool. Forget my December 1st date, which I should take, right? But no, I'll come to England and fight you on the 22nd. That's when Dillian Whyte hurried up and fought Derek Chisora. He had Ortiz then. So those are the things we've seen. Now, these 3 offers to Luis Ortiz, I've never heard of them. So I can't act, and you guys know I follow boxing enough to have heard of them. And if he was offered, listen, let me make sure this is clear. If Dillian Whyte offered Luis the Real King Kong Ortiz 2 million pounds, so $3 million or whatever, that would be huge news. That's not no news that's under the table. Just like a few days ago when I talked about Dillian Whyte wanting to fight Luis the Real King Kong Ortiz, and that could possibly happen. But I told you I didn't believe it, right? Because it's not in the major news, because that would be the biggest heavyweight fight of the year. And have we heard anything? That's been about a week ago. We haven't heard anything. And if you guys are sitting here thinking that it's Luis the Real King Kong Ortiz the problem, then you haven't been following the man. Let's see what happens going forward with this. I don't believe it, but if it's true, then we got something to deal with. That means Luis the Real King Kong Ortiz don't want to fight Dillian Whyte. It doesn't even sound right coming out of my mouth, but hey, it is what it is. Now, Dillian Whyte, even though I don't believe this to be true that Ortiz doesn't want to fight him, I don't believe that. But even though I don't believe that, and I've seen Dillian Whyte not fight Ortiz, not fight Dominic Breazeale, and then complain about it a year later, right? Now that Dominic Breazeale's fighting Deontay Wilder, you could have had him 8 months to a year ago. Seeing that he didn't go to Bulgaria to fight Kubrat Pulev, which, what the winner of that fight is the mandatory for Anthony Joshua. Seeing as though the Anthony Joshua negotiation didn't work either, and that's the guy he wanted. If he feel like he can beat him and then come back and fight him for more money. But I understand Dillian Whyte's thought about the rematch clause with Anthony Joshua. I understand Dillian Whyte on that. If you beat Anthony Joshua shouldn't get more money than you on the rematch. It should be 60-40 for the guy who just won. I totally agree with Dillian Whyte on that. But it's always a problem with him fighting the major guys. He didn't have to fight Joseph Parker, and definitely not no damn Derek Chisora. Joseph Parker gets a pass because it's Joseph Parker. Fighting Joseph Parker, no matter who you are, you doing something. So I'm not going to even hate on him on that. Now, what I did like about Dillian Whyte, he said something that I thought was very humble, and you know how I am if somebody is humble. I think it's perfect. That's what people should be, right? Don't get the big head about nothing you doing, because most of the time it's circumstances. Not a lot of times, not just your hard work, it's people you know. But whatever, we don't want to get in that. But he said, listen, my thing is I train as hard as possible. I am still inexperienced. I need a lot of improvement. I need technically, physically, and mentally. It doesn't sound good. Sounds like a dude who got his head in the right place, right? But all the other stuff I said sound like a dude who doesn't have his head in the right place. So let's see what's happening. This is news. Dillian Whyte has said he is offered Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz £2 million, about close to $3 million or whatever it is, to fight him, and Ortiz didn't want it. And do y'all believe that? I don't. But if it's true, we'll find out soon. Don't Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.